Widows around the world go through difficult times. The loss of a partner is devastating. For those in the developing nations, the experience is worse. Being aware of this, the United Nations Information Center, Lagos, in partnership with Ajoke Ayisat Afolabi Foundation, joined the rest of the world to commemorate the International Widows' Day 2022. The theme of this year's celebration is Widows, Unseen, Unsupported and Unmeasured, Experiences of Nigerian Widows. The representative of the United Nations, Adeola Adedeji, explained that the United Nations observes 23 June as an International Widows' Day since 2011.
The United Nations observe 23rd June as International Widows' Day since 2011 to draw attention to the voices and experiences of widows and to galvanize the unique support that they need. For many women around the world, the devastating loss of a partner is magnified by a long-term fight for their basic rights and dignity. Even though there are more than 258 million widows around the world, widows have historically been left unseen, unsupported, and unmeasured in our societies. Today, armed conflicts, displacement, and migration, and the COVID-19 pandemic leave tens of thousands of women newly widowed and many others whose partners are missing or disappeared. The unique experiences and the needs of widows must be brought to forefront with their voices leading the way. Now, more than ever, this day is an opportunity for action towards achieving full rights and recognition for widows. This includes providing them with information on access to a fair share of their inheritance, land and productive resources, pensions and social protection that are not based on marital status alone, decent work and equal pay, and social and education and training opportunities. Empowering widows to support themselves and their families also means addressing social stigmas that create exclusion and discriminatory or harmful practices.
The executive coordinator, AAA Foundation, Foluke Ademokun, explained that this year's Widows' Day presents opportunity to draw attention to the voices and experiences of widows and to seek the necessary support that they need.
We're focusing on widows as a group of unmeasured, unsupported, women. That's very instructive for us because even from the United Nations, we've been, agitating for the need for the United Nations to be proactive about widows' issues. It is the Widows' Day that we do not even have the team readily. Since 2017, the United Nations has been recycling widows' team, and that shows the importance, the significance that a multilateral organization such as the United Nations places on widows' issues, and you can imagine what is happening in Nigeria. So this is another opportunity for us to highlight the needs, the priorities, and the issues of widows, and we intend to use this space to the maximum. We are not just presenting widows as people who require welfare services, but based on the changing demographics of widows, we're having younger widows now because of insurgency, because of non-communicable diseases, because of lifestyle, because of development. Even road accidents are claiming men. We just saw what happened at a war where some people died. Some of them women, some men, and those men are going to leave widows behind. These widows we have found, the widows who suffer most, who are most vulnerable, are widows who do not have education, do not have gainful means of employment. That's widows who do not have support. That because of what happens once the husband passes. So that's why we are here today, to begin to urge everyone to pay attention to what is happening, because without a stable, home, we cannot have a secured nation, and that's what an issue we have failed to pay some attention to. You hear about insurgency, you hear about delinquency, in school. You see delinquent, children. You say children that are out of school. We should be asking questions, and our social protection should be able to take care of this, category of persons. We should learn, from other nations best practices, how they deal with the most vulnerable members of society.
The event was embellished with musical renditions, spoken words, and drama presentation.
Gender-based violence is a canker. It comes with only one agenda: stripping its victims like desert sandstorm, not minding their gender. It doesn't matter if the victims are tough, because it attacks so rough. It gets to a state, they get enough, and their soul is gone. Puff. A ravaging pandemic spreads so fast, an epidemic. Victims' brutality so dynamic. In action, we don't have to be static. It leaves its victims in verticals, choking them like an octopus tentacle. Victims become their former self-shadow, and their hearts so cold and shallow. Against these people, the Constitution is lame. These terrorists in citizen form have a name. I wonder if they view this as a game, asking us who is to blame. Take action. Bring them to book. We don't have to stand always and look. Let us set straight the road that is crooked and grab offenders by the law's hook.
There are actually wounded hearts, There are patches on the roads to their hearts. A face once known with smile has now become one that rarely smiles. Wounded hearts, painful emotions in their helpless, hopeless, and helpless states. It has no color. It is a citizen of no country. Male or female, short or tall, they mustn't be allowed to live with us. And then they say numbers are counting. To what exactly are they amounting? The pains they face, the shame they have to embrace, blame or disgrace. Is it the fact that men are often effaced and women defaced because they decide to speak up and not be silent? If when I try to hibernate my emotions, tears have refused, then imagine how exactly these victims feel. Wallowed in pain of the devour of their emotions, pain is eating deep in their skin. And when these perpetrators are asked why they make them go through this, they blame it on insecurity in the relationship. They blame it on excess love. Oh, gender-based violence, your end has come.
The topic of the day was adequately addressed at the panel discussion by professionals from different fields.
Let's have a structure that widow in the village doesn't have to know AAA to go. Because many of us know AAA. AAA, the Ajoke Foundation, all of us are cycling the same kind of widows. Because those are the people that are informed. How do we not take it so that we don't cycle the same kind of widows and make them entitled and make them lazy?
Keziah Awoshika, Executive Director, Women Law and Development Center, Nigeria, disclosed that rather than being liabilities on their husbands, women should be productively engaged.
The thing I want to emphasize is that when we are asking for widows to be helped, there are 3 areas. 1, employment. 2, education. 3, housing for the widows. From this thing that I read, there's the testimonies in them. People, the widows suffer a lot because of this situation. In the area of education, in the area of employment, in the area of housing. And I think AYISHAT and AF has done a lot in trying to empower the women to be able to have some skills. And we should also, when you have skills, then you'll be able to help yourself economically, even psychologically. You'll be able to cope with life.
Other dignitaries at the event also bear their minds on the event.
I believe Nigeria is a dumping ground for a lot of things. We borrow policies, everything we do, almost everything we do is borrowed. we do things on the surface, so we need to retrace our step back to who we really are, because in our ancestral days, olden days, they have this support system. Everybody was catered for. The family knew it was their duty to take care of widows. But what do we have right now? Borrowed culture, where widows are thrown to the trash. Your parents are old, not even yet dead. You put them in old people's home because you feel they are a liability. You understand me? So we need to trace a step back to who we really are. That's just the solution. If we that are non-widows are suffering, how much more the widows? So the answer is to go back to who we are, our values. We should limit this, our borrowed culture. We borrow everything to our own fault. That's my take.
First of all, like I said it when Vanguard interviewed me, widows, if your in-laws are taking your things, if they are robbing you, address it legally. Do not make it your job. Don't go and see that. I watch widows that when I come here, they need more than this one. Widowhood is not a charity case. With all due respect, when people say it, I say it to them because I came from nothing. When I mean absolutely nothing, I mean nothing. Looking for food money too was a case. But what you have to do is that at the end of the day, you have to get up and know you can do it. You have to restructure yourself. One of the problems I see with widows now is that they want to belong. You want to wear. I didn't wear weave on for years. I don't even wear it, thank God now. I didn't wear shebi for 25 years of my life. I didn't wear shebi because I faced, I restructured my life. So if you're a widow and you want to survive, you have to restructure your life and start at your strengths. Your strength, not your in-law strength, not your friend's strength, and not your former husband's state. The state you're in. Yes.
It starts from knowing your rights. If a widow doesn't even know her right, what does she? She doesn't even know what to do. But if you come to us, we tell you about your rights, and then we help you actualize those rights by getting you necessary benefits you're entitled to in society. Like we have the Ministry of Women Affairs. They have some, some structures for widows. Okay, they have stuff for them. Some of them don't know; they don't even know how to access it. But if you come to us as Aula, we give you a referral, and then we follow up and make sure that you get what you're entitled to.
The beneficiaries of AAA Foundation's good works spoke in glowing terms as they expressed heartfelt gratitude to the organization.
They really try. They pay my children's school fees. If I call them, they was there with me always. I say, may God will continue to strengthen them and give them power. Anything that they need, God will provide for them and be taking care of us. And my prayer is that the God who give them power to empower us too, He will continue to strengthen them.
They support me when I need money. They support me when I need help. The AAF is a very good foundation. You can rely on them. They are my backbone. They are my hero. May God continue to help them, because they are helping widows.
As the advocacy for widows increases, it is hoped that they will get the required support to make life more meaningful from the society.